All right, quick little video. If you didn't see on Twitter, iRacing released photos of Willow Springs and also kind of gave us some information on what has changed. Apparently, this was a track that was going to be difficult for them to ever do properly with the long terrain draw and everything. So they had to kind of change up some stuff and work on that terrain outside of the track, which is great because that has been one thing that has really made iRacing look bad over the years. So, as you can see, we've got little brushes and grass and uh, more more things. It's not just the flat terrain. There's a lot better shading and material within. You see these little rain uh, bits where it's washed away from rain and water runoff. Then you got this foliage around buildings that makes them not just sticking on top of the ground. It makes everything just look so much better. And you can see like everything just looks more realistic. Now, I will admit that desert scenery does usually end up looking better in games. Like Microsoft Flight Sim always looks way better in the desert compared to a lot of green stuff. It's really hard to get, I don't know, that natural green look without it looking weird in games. But as you can see, you know, we're adding a bit of life to the racetrack. Now, they said that this is only coming to new tracks and slowly getting rolled out to older tracks. As we've seen in the past, we've been told this before, and then it just never comes to the older tracks. So, is that going to happen? Probably, unfortunately, but we will see. But as you can see, these screenshots, it's still iRacing. It still looks like iRacing, but there is added depth to the whole thing. So, um, you can see here that just more of that grass and brush around, and then really far terrain out there. Hopefully, they can go back and make Red Bull Ring look a little better because that is like one of the greatest looking places in the world and looks terrible in iRacing. Now, this is what they're calling off-track 5-layer shader. If you've ever got in the camera and looked around outside of the track, outside of where Sandbox makes the circuit and they start adding terrain, it always looked like PlayStation 1 graphics almost, just really bad, plain, boring. And this is now how the track looks way off, or how the scenery looks way off in the distance. I am sure that as you get further away from it, it gets less in detail, and as you know, get the level of detail goes up as you get closer to it. But like they said on Twitter, it allows them to put cameras in better places where you were limited. I've been limited even on making screenshots for thumbnails on what I can do because just the track looks great, but then just right outside the wall, it looks terrible. So as you can see from these, you know, lots of good detail beyond the fence, uh, which is needed. It helps. It'll really help from cameras higher up and farther out. Then they also dropped this that there is another tree update. Um, they are fixing the shading and lighting on the trees, and you can see that it looks much better here. Um, so they are going to keep working on this. They say they've got some more stuff in the future to work with. As you can see here, we don't have 3D grass, I don't believe. It doesn't look like it, but also from a top-down angle, you might not be able to see it. Now, the one problem that I've always had with iRacing, and I'll see if I can get this, is these little lines here, where this is what I'm talking about with where the track is compared to where the fill-in terrain is. And if they can just get rid of these little lines being so obvious, then I think that will really help step up how the game looks. But um, yeah, we've got better looking trees, better looking terrain on the outside of the track, and got some brush and grass to fill in certain areas. And we'll see how this all comes together, and if it's something that you have to instantly turn off to get decent frames. But I mean, just looking over back here compared to like what Sonoma looks like, kind of the same looking area, it is so much better looking. And I think it's going to be a really, really, really nice improvement that's not directly in your face, but it's going to just make things feel, I don't know, more alive, I guess. The, you know, less places for you to go from really good looking graphics to, oh, this is a video game type look. So, yeah, just wanted to share that because, I mean, this looks great. This looks awesome. And, I mean, probably not going to notice it at 100 miles per hour, but it's still going to be a fun one. I can't tell, and someone more familiar with the track might be able to pick it out, but I can't tell if this shows us getting Streets of Willow. Got got a bit of track back there. I don't know if that is built in or if any of these parts are part of the other tracks, but might be a possibility that we got some extra venues here or circuits at this venue. But yeah, just a nice quick video to show that off because it's really good to see graphics improvements coming to iRacing. So thanks for watching.